Welcome, my dear friends, to the 6th episode of our series, Diversity in Service. In this episode, we shall focus on health and wellness projects. Lions serve in all parts of the world, but the diversity of needs, cultures, and outlook to the same challenges must be understood and appreciated. In fact, we could learn so much from each other's success stories. There are indeed many ideas that we could gather for implementation in our parts of the world. These are just a few, pure sampling. We are honored to have with us for this episode our International President, Jung-Yul Choi. President Choi highlighted the diversity in our organization, which inspired this series. Over to President Choi.
Greetings, dear my lion. I am honored to join you today for this very special event. Even though the way we meet has changed, I am glad to see that it has not diminished our enthusiasm for gathering together to advance our mission of service. Lions have served for more than a century, and we are more important today than ever before. We are men and women, friend and neighbor, mothers and fathers. We are a global force for good. We serve to strengthen our communities and all communities in good time and in time of great need. You and I each made a decision to make a difference, to act, to be the change we want to see in our community. For us, we serve is more than a model. It is a way of life. Let me share my story about why I serve. When I first became a Lion, I suggested that my club do a project for orphaned children. So we filled a truck with the sports equipment, music instruments, books, and drove it to the orphanage. We played soccer and volleyball together. We gave the children lessons on how to play the music instruments. We brought in a meal and we ate with the children. They were so happy. Many of those children were so isolated and lonely. But on that day, we did not sit next to them as a lion. We sat with them as a family. the only family they had. That is the power of we serve. And our service as a Lions. We all have a story to tell as a Lions. Congratulations again, Lions. Together, you have set a new standard for our service. We may be the most diverse organization in the world, but we are all united by service. We believe that if you work harder, extraordinary results will come. We believe that we must prepare for the future by taking care of ourselves, our community, and our world. So, how do we do it? We do it by embracing our diversity. We do it by putting our kindness in action. We do it by keeping our club healthy and strong. We do it through the contribution of each and every member. When we are united in kindness and diversity, there is absolutely nothing we cannot achieve. Thank you, Lion, for making our world a better place for all.
Thank you, President Choi, for your message. Your support makes this series even more special. We also have with us today past International President Dr. Naresh Agarwal, who has always supported each of our endeavors. Past President Dr. Agarwal, the stage is now yours.
Namaste, Lions of the World and Lions of India. I'm very happy to be part of this series, Diversity in Service. Friends, it's very unfortunate that we have not been able to meet in person because of this pandemic and this Corona-19, the COVID-19. But all said and done, this series has created a sense of pride in all the lines of the world, seeing that how much diversity, how much diverse kind of service we Lions are doing all over the globe. And I may not be going for a specific service, but even going for our 5 global causes, I think that covers the health services, which all kind of health services are being done, all over the world. I can very safely say, which is bringing a sense of spiritual satisfaction when I personally see some project that we have so much diversity in our services all over the world. All said and done, you can understand when you save a life, the critical lives, when the lives of people are becoming critical, and their lives is at threat, how much blessing they give when we give this kind of service. Talking about our country, India, I must share with you that we had a webinar with our health minister, Harshvardhan, and he was all praised. In our COVID-19, we have risen to the occasion, and we have shown that Lions are very true to our that liner where there is a need, there is a line, and we have risen to that to a great extent. Millions of dollars have been spent on this. And so much so. Forget about just this webinar. I'm very happy when it was our Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he mentioned the name of Lions Clubs International when it came to making awareness about this COVID. How to control it, how to take care of it, how to prevent it, and how to really give and administer the vaccine and the shot. So we specifically mentioned the name of Lions, which is something very, very heartening and gives a lot of sense of pride in one's heart. Talking about India alone, we have almost about 160 plus eye hospitals. We have almost about 75 odd regular hospitals. We have dozens of blood banks. And now lately in the last 2-3 years, of course, we have been having the children playgrounds, but more than 100 children parks have been have been built by the Lions all over the country in the length and breadth of this country, which gives a great satisfaction that yes, we are doing, maybe helping to combat not only the disease, not only the sickness, but we are taking care of the overall health of the people. And that comes very truly to the when WHO is normally mentioning that we should think globally and act locally. This is what Lions are doing. I mean, and this diversity in service is showing, exemplifying what we have been doing is true to this, what we have been achieving. One more time, I'm very happy that this series has brought a lot of enthusiasm, lot of awareness that what kind of work is being done by the Lions all over the world and in our own country, India. And I must compliment my friend PID AP Singh and my friend Sangeeta Jati. Of course, everybody is working. Not only I'm just taking, because for this series, they have been strongly implemental. And our friend PID Jia Suhora, who have been helping us to get this diversity series in place and giving to the Lions of the world. I must one more time congratulate you. Thank you for all your efforts. God bless you. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, past International President Dr. Naresh Agarwal. You are always so inspiring and motivating. That's what keeps us going. Please continue to do so and continue to inspire us. If anybody truly also represented and embodied service in this organization, it was past International President Dr. Ashok Mehta. Lately, we've lost him. In fact, he had been following this series, and he had promised to participate in this very episode with his own home clubs project, Tarachand Bappa Hospital and Research Center. Let us watch the legacy that he has left behind, this wonderful facility.
Lions Tarachand Bappa Hospital and Research Center provides affordable health care and is serving the needy since last 52 years. Lion Dr. Ashok Mehta, an exemplary and visionary mentor to many, the founder and chairman emeritus, and he has been the force behind this project, along with the members of Lions Club of Sion, who pledged to work to make this a premier institute. From a small milk center converted into a diagnostic center by the Lions Club of Sion in 1970 to the present day 65-bed facility, this hospital is the growing embodiment of a vision of affordable healthcare across the socio-economic spectrum. The C.U. Shah Diagnostic Center, set up in 1970, inspired two philanthropists to make a donation large enough to scale up their facilities to a 12-bedded mini hospital with an operation theatre performing routine surgeries. By 1989, another generous donation from the Tarachand Bappa family converted this medical center into a full-fledged hospital, christened Lion Tarachand Bappa Hospital and Research Center, and adopted as a permanent project of the Lions Club of Sion. In 1996, the government of Maharashtra and BMC offered some extra land to facilitate the extension of the building for the enhancement of the medical facilities. The grants from Lions Clubs International Foundation and other philanthropists helped this facility grow. Today, it is a 65-bedded, full-fledged hospital having a diagnostic unit with X-ray, pathology, 4 ultra-modern operation theatres, ICCU, CT scan, computerized stress test, male, female and executive wards. The hospital has a daily OPD of above 200 patients and almost 100 plus consultants of various faculties like physicians, dentists, gynecologists, ENT specialists, orthopedics, ophthalmologists, physiotherapists, oncologists, hematologists, etc. are attached. They have multi-skilled paramedical staff assisting in the endeavor to serve the community along with members of the Lions Club of Sion. sonography on the latest machine, digital X-ray machines for clear and concise X-rays with low radiation exposure, fully equipped pathology laboratory and tie up with a well-known laboratory for advanced testing at affordable rates, a 24-hour pharmacy are some of the additional features of this facility. The Magnum Diagnostic Center brings a state-of-the-art 128-slice CT scanner. The scan uses a computer that takes data from several X-ray images of structures inside a human or animal body and converts them into pictures on a monitor. It is also capable of capturing full cardiac status in a single breath hold. The ultra-modern technology enables quick scanning. The single breath CT chest, HRCT, routine brain abdomen, MSK and pan body CT, fast body, trauma scan and other machines really help in investigations. The newly renovated dialysis unit has 9 state-of-the-art dialysis machines, providing concessional dialysis schemes for charity-deserving patients. The dialysis sessions are conducted under the guidance of a qualified nephrologist accompanied by well-trained staff. The hospital has a modern dental setup with 2 chairs with capability for treating most dental conditions, maxillofacial surgeries, and even does hair transplantation. All latest equipment such as diathermy, tents, etc. are available in the physiotherapy unit with special service for cardiac, spine and knee rehabilitation. To cater to the needs of the cardiac patients with the need of timely treatment at affordable rates, they are in the process of setting up state-of-the-art cardiac center comprising primarily of a cath lab, CVTS operation theatre, 6 beds ICU, 4 beds recovery area, deluxe and semi-deluxe rooms, etc. The center will be supported with diagnostic facilities including 2D echo, color Doppler, computerized stress test on treadmill, etc. Heart-lung machines, intra-aortic balloon pump, defibrillator, automated coagulation timer, and many others are being installed. The center is being designed to conform to NABH standards. Leading cardiologists and surgeons will be in attendance together with trained nursing and other paramedical staff to cater to the comprehensive needs of patients. The vision of past International President Dr. Ashok Mehta lives on as a legacy for generations to come in this wonderful facility, the Lions Tarachand Baba Hospital and Research Center.
What a beautiful facility created by the vision of one individual. Skin cancer research carried out by the Lions of Australia is a unique Lions project. Let us hear what they are doing.
Good day, everybody. My name is Philip Donato, and I currently chair the Lions Medical Research Foundation, where this project saves lives. The project is run completely in a volunteer fashion. We have a committee set up who organise the screening dates with the local Lions screening community, and then we will have a diary of those. And then we have dedicated drivers and dedicated screeners who undertake a certain type of education and training, and is a wonderful community service. So we're very, very proud to do that as a foundation. The Lions Medical Research Foundation, we not only do that, we also fund PhD students to take on research into the health and prevention of disease. And one of the projects we have at the moment, one of the funding programs we have at the moment, is to fund the PhD study into analysing all the data from the Skin Cancer Project.
Statistically, Australia has the highest rate of skin cancer in the world, being 4 times that of the UK and the USA, with 2 in 3 Australians developing skin cancer before the age of 70. Melanoma is the 3rd most common form of cancer in Australian men and women aged 15 to 44 years. Around 50% of melanomas occur in people under 55 and 35% in those under 35. Amazingly, melanoma makes up only 2.3% of all skin cancers, The Lions Skin Cancer Screening Program has been operating in South Australia and the Northern Territory since 2011, when Lions District C2 first commenced screenings. Lions District C1 joined the program in 2014, and during that time we have carried out full-body screenings on a total of 12,000 patients. 2,670 patients, or 22%, were referred on to their nominated GPs for further investigation, and alarmingly, of those, some 2,364 suspect lesions were found to be life-threatening. This is a national epidemic and cannot go unchallenged. The need for a mobile skin cancer screening unit to service regional communities has never been more critical. So the Lions Medical Research Foundation, on behalf of the Lions of C districts and in cooperation with the Lions Cancer Institute of Western Australia, embarked on an expanded program to fund the purchase of a purpose-built mobile unit to better service the needs of the community in the regional areas of Central Australia. Thanks to the generosity of Lions Club's members, LCI and the ALF, the total funding of $200,000 required for the project was received, and the new mobile unit is now a reality and has been operational since February 2017. The Lions Mobile Skin Cancer Screening Program, saving lives across Australia.
So that was the skin cancer research down under, as they say, in Australia. So friends, you watched some projects in India and Australia, and now we move on to Africa, where the Lions of Abuja in Nigeria have helped create a pediatric cancer wing at the Abuja Hospital in Nigeria. Let's watch.
Abuja Metropolitan Lions Club is one of the foremost and vibrant clubs in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The club has witnessed a remarkable success story within the 2020-2021 Lionistic year under the leadership of President Lion Builder Charles Opusunju, PMJF and LCF. As part of our effort to complement the government, the club engaged in the construction of a 20-bed pediatric cancer complex at the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, Gwagwalada, which will serve as a signature project of the club. The project is complete and ready to be delivered to the management of the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital.
One of Abuja's leading doctors says this project by the Lions Metropolitan Club will bring a helping hand to one of the most vulnerable groups in society.
But with this gesture from Lions Club, we can now accommodate more of such patients. We also have well-trained experts in the management of cancers.
The president of the Lions Club says this center was the group's main focus for the year. He hopes the children will benefit from the services.
What is happening here today is a milestone achievement because it is a novel area of intervention in District 404A2. This project started in October 2020 and completed this month, March 2021. The building of this pediatric oncology center is our core project.
Today, 26 March 2021, we shall make history through the official commissioning of a 20-bed pediatric oncology center built and donated to the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital. It is our belief and hope that this project shall be of great significance to the oncology service of the hospital.
The minister also took time to commission the Pediatric Cancer Center, built and donated to the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital by the Abuja Metropolitan Lions Club, District 404A2.
Profoundly thank the Abuja Metropolitan Lions Club for this great gesture to the hospital. Like the CMD said, this is the first of its kind, having an organization coming to assist in saying that we have equipment in this hospital.
On this note, my honor to from here announce that I'm commissioning this pediatric oncology building today for use to the glory of God and for the benefit of mankind.
Shooting from the sky as the Lions of Bangladesh are extremely proud of this service project dedicated to providing healthcare in Bangladesh. Over to Past District Governor Lion Nazmul Haq as he shares the various features of this wonderful Bangladesh Lions Foundation.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present before you the most proud healthcare project, Bangladesh Lions Eye Institute and Hospital, run by the Bangladesh Lions Foundation. It is a showcase of 20,000 lions and 5,000 leos, who is helping thousands of people in the country. This hospital is built by the generous contribution of all the lions under the active guidance of international directors, past international directors, and lion leaders of Bangladesh. Fellow Lions, please watch the activities of our Lions Healthcare Project.
Bangladesh Lions Foundation is a pride project of all lions and leos of geographical area, Multiple District 315 Bangladesh. It works as a service-oriented private organization along with the government in all welfare activities. In order to establish a permanent welfare institution at national level and to supplement the efforts and programs of Lions and Leo clubs, Bangladesh Lions Foundation was established in 1974. This welfare service-oriented foundation is a non-profit, tax-exempt and registered welfare organization. In 1984, Bangladesh Lions Foundation constructed 5-storied building of Lions Eye Hospital in its own premises at Begum Rokeya Sharoni, Agargaon, Dhaka 1207. Lions Eye Hospital was upgraded to Eye Institute in the year 2004. Lions Eye Institute and Hospital is a 250-bed general hospital and diagnostic center, now the prime most pride project of Bangladesh Lions Foundation. Lions General Hospital and Diagnostic Center has been established and accommodated at 91,000 square feet, 13-story new building, Lions Tower, Phase 1 with Lions Eye Institute and Hospital. Construction of Phase 2 of Lions Tower will start soon. Bangladesh Lions Foundation. We provide the following services: ophthalmology, eye treatment, low vision contact lens ocular prosthesis, pediatric ophthalmology, vitreoretina, refractionist, dental clinic, medicine, pathology, MRI 1.5 Tesla, CT scan 128 slice, digital X-ray 500 and 1000 MA, 4D ultrasonogram and echocardiogram, ECG and ETT, B-scan and ECG, optic shop, diabetic, eye cam, eyesight testing, physiotherapy clinic, pharmacy, blood bank, ENT, emergency, OPD. We provide treatment to 500 patients per day on an average. 60% of our patients are poor, so they get treatment free of cost, and the rest 40% get services on full or discounted rate. Total cost of construction and equipment for Lions Tower up to November 2020 has been Bangladesh Taka 70 crore, equivalent to $8,235,294. The project may require approximately Bangladesh Taka 400 crore, equivalent to $47,058,823 more to complete the total project of Lions Tower. Many present and past international presidents, international directors, and international dignitaries of Lions Clubs International have visited our project. Bangladesh Lions Foundation is grateful to the esteemed Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed, PMJF, International Director, Sheikh Kabir Hussain, PMJF, past International Director, M.A. Khan, MJF, past International Director. We are grateful to our past BLF Chairman, past District Governors, past Council Chairpersons, Life members, contributing Lion members, senior Lion leaders, all members of BLF Management Board, all doctors and officers and other supporting staff. BLF is also thankful and deeply grateful to AKM Rizaul Haq, MJF PCC, Ambassador of Goodwill, LCI, Chairman, Bangladesh Lions Foundation, for extending his valuable support and guidance since being elected in 2013 till now. Let us all pray and turn our dreams into reality and live peacefully in this beautiful world.
Friends, we now have with us PID Somsakti Lovisut from Thailand, who will share some of the remarkable medical projects in that country that are in vogue and that are supporting those who need. Over to my friend from Thailand.
Fellow Lions, first of all, let me express my sincere gratitude to my dear friend, PID AP Singh, for inviting me to this webinar and have this opportunity to share my experience with our healthcare service project with you. The healthcare projects we have done in Thailand are mostly donation of medical equipment to local hospitals with the support from the LCAF. Also, we have done many joint service activity with foreign Lions clubs for many years. The total amount of the donations is more than several millions US, and the projects have benefited more than 1 million people around the world. I don't have enough time to tell you all about the healthcare projects we have done so far. So let me show you some of the projects we have done this year. The first photo shows a diagnostic video coronoscope that was donated to the Chai Balan Hospital, which takes care of more than 150,000 people in 3 cities. I am also proud to share with you a story about a very successful healthcare service project we did 2 years ago. The Lions Club of Lopburi Lamnalai donated a monospot laser machine to this hospital as a community service project. And through that activity, this Lions Club had great success in rebuilding its membership and became an excellence club with more than 50 activity members. This one shows an ambulance that was donated to the Tacuaba Hospital that will benefit more than 140,000 people per year in the city of Tacuaba. The last one shows the project that I most like to mention because it was a joint service project between two Lions clubs from Japan and the Lions Club of Nakhon Phanom. Those clubs donated an electric ball drilling machine and one mechanical ventilator to the Nakhon Phanom Hospital, which will be used to teach about 200,000 people per year in the province. Unfortunately, due to the limited time, I cannot show you all the healthcare projects we have done this year. So to finish, thank you very much for your kind attention.
Your eyes can live on even after you die. The Lions of Sri Lanka have successfully implemented this. Past Council Chairperson Mahesh Paskal will share how they achieved this.
Ayubowan, Lions and friends in the world. Today I am presenting to you the success story of eye donation in Sri Lanka. In 1958, Lion Dr. Hudson Silva wrote an article to press, Life to Dead Eye. This article triggered the national habit of donating eyes in Sri Lanka. As Lions, we know many live in darkness all over the world that is reversible. Let's take a moment to watch this video.
ඇයි
මොකක්ද
හිනාවනේ
මේ පොතේ තිබ්බ දෙයකට
මොකක්ද
ඒ තමයි කොරග ගහ යන මිනිස්සෙක් දැකලා තව මිනිස්සෙක් අහනවා ඇයි ඔයා කොරග ගහන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට අර කොරග ගහ ගිය මිනිස්සයා කියනවා ඒ මගේ මේ දතේ අමාරුවකින්ද කියලා.
බලලා ඉවර වෙලා මටත් දෙනවද?
පොතද?
නෑ. S2.
Yes, that is what we ask. Once your eyes have finished seeing, pass them on. There's always someone waiting. In 1961, Lion Dr. Hudson Silva founded Eye Donation Society with the support of Lions and Lions Clubs International. In 1964, Sri Lanka started international services. Starting from Singapore, 114 cities in 57 countries: Japan, China, Kenya, Korea, Thailand, India, Pakistan, Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, Greece, New Zealand, and South Africa, to name a few. We are collecting these corneas from hospitals, mortuaries, as well as homes under sterile conditions according to World Health Organization guidelines. Eye Donation Society have trained 450 technologists in island-wide branches for the removal of corneas. To date, we have donated 81,000 eyes to world and completed 55,000 drafts in Sri Lanka. And also we have donated 40,000 corneas to research and development. Today, the chairperson of the trustees of the Eye Donation Society is our own past president, Lion Mahendra Amarasurian. The success of this eye donation campaign lies in public awareness. Today, Sri Lankan public is coming forward to give the gift of sight to the needy all over the world. There are 2 million people in Sri Lanka waiting to donate their eyes after death. That is the success of this program. Thank you.
What a heart-touching story indeed. And friends, as we face this second wave of the pandemic, let me inform you that Lions in India are working extensively with projects to provide oxygen support to the COVID patients. In Nagpur, a 13 KL plant has been established in the isolation hospital that alone will be sufficient to take care of 50 beds on a daily basis. In MD322, more than 30 clubs are circulating 450 oxygen cylinders. In Gujarat, Lions are providing portable oxygen devices to those who need them. We thought this is a proactive response by the Lions and must be mentioned. Moving on, in Europe, the Lions of Turkey are passionate about their service activities. Let us hear what the Üsküdar Lions Club has done during the pandemic.
Hello, I'm Nursel Ulucan from Üsküdar Lions Club in Istanbul, Turkey. I would like to tell you the story about our activity during the pandemic months. Due to the coronavirus epidemic in the world and in our country, the healthcare professionals have experienced the biggest challenge. As Üsküdar Lions Club, we decided to stand by our doctors in their services to people and humanity in these pandemic days, and we tried to serve them. We can divide our services into two sections as food and beverage support and medical equipment support. As to our medical material and device support, during the difficult period of the pandemic, many volunteer organizations tried to support healthcare professionals by providing small or large services, and our Üsküdar Lions Club has succeeded in delivering a great service to the hospitals throughout Turkey. Our services started with medical supplies contributed to 21 hospitals by taking the opinions of the doctors in those hospitals where the devices are to be sent. The doctors stated that the medical devices would be used in the treatment and recovery of more than 1 million people. We are so pleased we could make it happen with the help of Nilüfer Yiğit, the daughter of a member of our club. We appreciate her efforts to get the support of the sponsors for this activity. Nilüfer raised about $35,000 for the medical material. for her invaluable help to our club. We have applied for the Lions' biggest award, Service Award, the Melvin Jones Award, which will be presented to her in our first face-to-face, non-Zoom meeting. And as to our food contributions, during the pandemic months last year, when the COVID-19 made a peak, my club members, together with our neighbors and friends, we prepared different kinds of foods at home, and our club members took them to the hospitals where the doctors had to work, and other personnel also had to work for 24 hours. They had no time to go to the cafeteria to eat. This was great morale for the personnel. They were so happy to have our homemade foods, and also with the feeling that somewhere, some people are thinking of them. We also did the same on New Year's Eve for the personnel on duty in Gata Hospital. The doctors and healthcare personnel's gratitude in the hospitals and their happiness made us very happy too. The doctors and nurses were so happy that some of them decided to join a Lions Club after the pandemic days. Thank you.
Services, but also services to the healthcare providers. As the pandemic refuses to abate, the Lions refuse to be put down. The Lions of Brazil continue their work in diabetes detection with this online tool. Let us hear how.
Hello, Lions of India. I would like, first of all, to thank very much for this kind invitation to present a very interesting and innovative health project developed in a district LEC8, multiple district LEC in Brazil. This project was developed involving more than 50 towns in São Paulo state, and it was an educational program on diabetes type 1 and diabetes type 2, involving diabetes in the elderly people. And we invited our Lions and Leos to participate of a video conference on diabetes type 1 and type 2 in order to educate our members, our volunteers, on how to manage, how to identify patients or potential patients with diabetes type 1 and type 2. So, after this educational process, we invited all Lions and Leos of the district to use a very interesting and very easy and simple tool offered by International Diabetes Federation and Lions Clubs International. This tool is named Test to Prevent. And I would like to share this web page of International Diabetes Federation, as you can see here. You can access idf.org and then Test to Prevent. It's an innovative tool. Using this tool, you know your own risk to develop type 2 diabetes. You needed to answer just 8 very simple, very easy questions. You can choose your language. Let's start with the age. After age, your height in centimeters, your weight in kilograms. So you have your body mass index, and the next, men or women, the waist circumference in centimeters, and if you usually do at least 30 minutes of daily physical activity and work or during leisure time, Let's suppose that answer is yes. And fifth question is, how often do you eat vegetable, fruits, or berries? Every day. And have you ever taken medication for high blood pressure on a regular basis? And have you ever been found to have high blood glucose? No. Have you or any other members of your immediate family or other relatives been diagnosed with diabetes type 1 or type 2? So you can have, in conclusion, that you have, after this questionnaire, a slight elevated risk, estimated in 1 in 25 of the people answering this way will develop diabetes as a disease. So you can start again, you can print the result, you can learn some more on diabetes. I think that it's a very safe way to evaluate the risk to have diabetes type 2, to develop diabetes type 2, especially in a period of time of this terrible pandemic of COVID-19. I think that you can use in your Lions Club or your Leo Club with your fellow Lions or Leos, and also promoting and disseminating this information to your entire local and regional community. It's a very useful tool. I hope that you can use it and you can help people to prevent and also to detect diabetes, in this case, especially diabetes type 2. Thank you again so much for this opportunity to present. And I would like to say that your work is very, very important in terms of the dissemination of worldwide information about campaigns and activities of Lions and Leos. Thank you so much.
The work that the Lions do can really be magnified through partnerships and through collaborative efforts. PID Roberto Frisia has spearheaded many partnerships between Lions of Italy and Lions of Africa through the Euro-Africa Committee. Today, he talks about 2 unique health projects representing this kind of collaboration.
The Lions of District 108IA3 Italy have always been committed to supporting African lions to improve the quality of life with specific intervention in all areas, from water to agriculture, from education to health. After the construction of the St. Mary's Hospital in Pala, Chad in 2007, and the creation of a dental clinic and a pharmacy with staff training at the St. Joseph Hospital in Nanoro, Burkina Faso, in 2011, they intervened in Chirundo, Zambia, to espouse the outpatient clinics of the Bwerani HIV Prevention Center of the Mtendere Mission Hospital. In this center, future mothers suffering from HIV are treated and the babies are born healthy in 99 for 100 of cases. The project has increased from 2 to 5 outpatient clinics for examination and treatments, thus bringing to over 50,000 the number of possible visits in a year, and so also the number of future mothers in therapy has increased to 1,800. In addition, the project also included the reconstruction of the entire sewage system of the hospital, which offers 160 beds and makes about 6,000 admissions per year in order to improve the prevention of the possible spread of disease. I was in 2011 to lay the foundation stone, and in 2013 I returned to inaugurate the structure designed with the best construction standards. On the occasion, the governors of the Chirundu region thanked the Lions because children affected by HIV were dying in the first 5 years of life. With this intervention, Lions are given the possibility of survival, effect, arms and minds not taken away from life, allowing development and progress in Zambia. The NGO for African Children has built in 3 years an ambulance mounted on a catamaran destined to sail on the Congo River. To define this craft as a simple ambulance is certainly relative. It has a real miniature obstetric, gynecological, and pediatric clinic, 4 for 9 meters, equipped with the most advanced equipment in the field, ingeniously and rationally stowed in large lockers, full tanks, batteries, and reservoirs of purified water are housed in the 2 hulls of the catamaran. Propulsion is provided by 2 engines, each with a power of 60 HP, which also provide electricity to various devices that need it, not least a satellite phone. The speed on the water is 30 kilometers per hour. In 2016, the ambulance was inaugurated in Cremona on the Po River, but the NGO had run out of funds to transport it to Africa, and the construction site that housed it in 2018 was asking for it to be moved or demolished. Through a search on the internet, the president of the NGO found my name on the page of the Euro-African Committee. He contacted me to ask for Lions help in finding funds to transport the hydroambulance to Democratic Republic of Congo. I presented the request at the Euro-Africa Committee meeting in Rabat, Morocco, and then the LCIF president, immediate past international president Naresh Agarwal, immediately awarded a seed grant of $10,000 with a personal contribution of part of District Governor Franco Marchesani and the Fresia family, as well as the support of my Savonatoreta Lions Club, its president, Rosario Tuve, who took care of the logistic, and the NGO Need You. The necessary steps for the transport were taken, and the more than $20,000 needed was collected. On March 24, 2019, the hydroambulance left Savona and arrived at the port of Matadi the following month. Unfortunately, bureaucratic issues arose that were resolved thanks to the intervention of the Italian ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo in March 2020, when the hydroambulance arrived in Kinshasa. Unfortunately, the pandemic blocked its launch. In January of this year, the NGO Mama Sofia, chaired by Zakia, the wife of Ambassador Luca Attanasio, signed with the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo the Memorandum of Understanding for the operation and use of the hydroambulance. Everything seemed to be done, so much so that the ambassador has already sent us a message of assurance. When 4 days later, he was barbarously killed in an attack in the region of North Kivu. His wife Zakia has contacted us in this day to confirm that the service will be completed by her. We Lions will be at her side, and I would like to express to her, to her daughters, and to the families of the Italian soldier and the Congolese driver who accompanied our ambassador Luca, our heartfelt sympathy and participation in their pain.
Thank you, Past Director Roberto Fresia. Health and wellness go together. Helping women as they face the challenge of hygiene during their periods is a project initiated by Lions Club of Chicago, Windy City, and Lions Club of Berwyn in Illinois, USA. Let's hear some of the members as they explain this project.
Hello, Lions, Leos, and friends. We're really excited to be here to share with you one of the signature projects of the Chicago Windy City Lions Club and the Berwyn Lions Club. Today, we're going to talk about the period party. For 7 years, the Chicago Windy City Lions Club has hosted this period party to coincide in March with International Women's Day and Women's History Month. This project aims to eliminate menstrual stigma and increase access to menstrual products. This is a health issue, and we know too many women and girls don't have the products or the sanitation they need to fully participate in work, school, and life. And so we're working to change that. I'd like to introduce Christopher Kempsky, a past president of Chicago Windy City Lions, who conceived of this idea. Chris?
Thanks, Carol. It all started several years ago. I was just reading a newspaper article that I happened upon about period poverty, which is something I had never heard about before. And as I read, I just learned how difficult it is for some people to get their hands on menstruation products when they're living in poverty. And my immediate thought was, hey, this is something our Lions Club can do something about. And, you know, this is one of those moments where this is what being a Lion is you see a problem, you think our club can do something about it. So the following club meeting, I brought it to my Lions Club and told them about it and thought, hey, this is something we can do, that we can help with. And everyone agreed. At first, it was very simple. We just went to a bar. We collected menstrual products. We had put up flyers and put something up on our Facebook about it, and it was pretty successful. And then the following year, we had heard from the Berwyn Lions Club saying that they had heard about what we were doing and that they'd like to join us. And today we have the Berwyn Lions Club president, Marie Clark-Doan, with us.
Thanks, Lion Chris. Yes, and for the past 5 years, the Berwyn Lions Club and Windy City Lions Club have been partnering to end period poverty, to beat the stigma of menstruation, and to prop up women-owned businesses. One of our great partners and beneficiaries is the organization Sarah's Inn, which offers comprehensive domestic violence support to Chicago and the surrounding areas. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has disproportionately affected women, and it's exacerbated period poverty and the domestic violence crisis, as well as caused over 2 million women to drop out of the U.S. workforce. It's also decimated many women-owned businesses. So our Lions Clubs really saw an opportunity, especially this year, to play a role at the intersection of all of these problems. And so we worked with the local arts venue, the Out of Space, which has been a great supporter of us over the years and has opened its doors for period donations and has been a collection point for us as well.
One of the biggest key things about this project is getting word out there. A big part of that has been through social media. Facebook has been a huge part of this. And with the power of both of our clubs and members from both of our clubs putting it out there on our own social media and our club's social media, that's really what helped get the word out and grow this event. And it's grown more and more each year. We don't see this as a women's issue. We see this as a human issue. And this is something that can be worked on by women and men as well. So we did create the hashtag Real Men Buy Tampons. We've really seen this being eye-opening to several men that have participated in our period party over the years.
I'd like to introduce Melissa Nadeau, who is our past president of the Chicago Windy City Lions Club, to share some insight on how to make this work virtually.
Thanks, Carol. So in 2020, the period party was our last event right before the stay-at-home order. And so this year we knew that we had to be innovative about collecting the menstrual products. So we decided to turn to an Amazon wish list. We set a minimum quantity of 10,000 units, which has been our goal every year. We also had to set up the shipping address, and Marie was our unlucky or lucky volunteer for that. We then sent the list out to all of our club members, put it on our Facebook event, and shared it with our friends and family. And what was great about it is that it could go all around the world. We were absolutely shocked that in just 3 days after publishing the list, we reached 7,000 units already, and people just continued to buy and pass the link on. We also got monetary donations, which we used to purchase additional pads from Honey Pot, a woman African-American owned business.
Our 2021 virtual period party has been our most successful event to date. I really want to welcome all of you. We had 80 attendees from 6 countries this year, a panel of 6 dynamic women leaders sharing their insights on period poverty as well as leadership. And we've collected 30,000 menstrual units this year that benefited 4 different agencies and hundreds of women. And we used Facebook Live to grow our audience. And if you'd like to see this year's event, you can go to our Windy City Lions Club Facebook page. We still have a long way to go to end the stigma, but imagine what we could do if more Lions throughout the world began to address this issue through service and advocacy.
It's also a great way of growing your membership too. I can't tell you how many people have approached us over the years, over the 5 years we've partnered with Windy City to do this because they were inspired by this project. And now many of them are actually doing the project themselves and are Lions. So it's really cool to see.
if you do want more information or want to connect with us, you can find both of our clubs on Facebook. Just search on Facebook for Chicago Windy City Lions Club and for the Berwyn Lions Club, and you'll be able to find information there.
Thanks so much.
So friends, there would be hundreds and thousands of health-related projects which the Lions Club are carrying out around the entire world. As we have said, we bring to you just a sample of a few ideas that could be implemented in other parts of the world as well. That is the essence of the series, Diversity in Service. We move on now. Dialysis, once initiated, has to be done regularly as a procedure to the concerned patient. It is not only expensive, but also the facilities are limited at times. Lions of Calcutta Tollygunge have set up a state-of-the-art dialysis center. Let us hear more about the project from them.
Lions Club of Calcutta, Tollygunge, is one of the oldest and largest clubs in the district and always had a long-standing dream of setting up a permanent project. The dream finally came in the form of Tolly Lions Dialysis Center in the year 2019 when the project was inaugurated. It is a state-of-the-art dialysis center with the industry standards, as we have installed one of the best dialysis machines in the world along with other allied equipments. In addition to the dialysis unit, the center is equipped with all kinds of facilities like operation theatre for the procedures related to fistula surgeries, etc. We have a dedicated ICU having all the latest equipments like patient monitor, syringe pump, defibrillator and ventilators, etc. We also have a recovery room for patients to take rest after the dialysis procedures. We have a separate in-house pharmacy and pathology too. Our further plans are to come up with an addition of another 25 dialysis machines, which will help us to cater to about 2,500 dialysis per month by early 2023.
Precautionary, they are taking all the steps not to go for that. Everybody is very cooperative, they look after everyone, they take care. If there is any problem, we call them, they come here, they stand here, they see everything. The pressure is up and down and not. They are very cooperative. Everybody is excellent. About their performance, about their hygiene, everything is okay. They are absolutely dedicated for us.
We are glad to state that we have received a grant of $50,000 from Lions Club International. We are also pleased to state that many of the corporates are coming forward and generously contributing to the project through CSR.
The behavior of the staff and doctor is like a homely friendly.
Dr. Siddhartha Shankar Ghosh is there, very much dedicated, sincere, almost 3 to 4 times in a day he is coming, checking every day and everybody. Those the patients are there, properly qualified, what I like to say.
Just looking at the dedication that Tolly Lions and its team has, we also have been privileged to host several prominent international dignitaries from all across the world, such as Dr. Jung Ul Choi, International President, and Ms. Patty Hill, International Vice President.
So I commend you for what you're doing here. My brain is just overwhelmed with all the great ideas and the quality of the service that you're offering. I look forward to the next time when I'm back in Kolkata, and they'll be able to come and see how far you've expanded and how you've engaged with the other physicians in the community around here, with the other hospitals, so that you can support what you're doing.
I'm very satisfied. 5 out of 5 I can give.
5 out of 5. 5. Excellent, sir.
The same challenge, but a different approach. Let us hear what the Lions of Ontario, Canada, are doing to create diabetes awareness through their clubs.
My name is Lion. Hello, everyone. My name is Lion Dr. Shafi Buya. I'm the Diabetes Awareness Campaign Chair, Lions District A711. We are a Lions Club member of Toronto Global Doctors and Toronto Scarborough Global Doctors Lions Club. In collaboration with District A711, we are doing monthly webinar to build awareness about diabetes. Diabetes is a disease in which human body either can't produce insulin or can't properly use the insulin if produced. But if we can control diabetes, you will live a healthy life. Our seminar series goal is to keep people aware and educate about the consequence about the diabetes. As we can see globally, number of people like over 463 million is suffering diabetes, and every year we lost 1.5 million people. Our online diabetes series are designed to build community awareness through knowledge sharing, how to prevent and control diabetes. Our seminar series, we define the different types of diabetes and how it affects our health, like type 1, insulin-dependent diabetes, type 2, how to control diabetes by healthy lifestyle. In Canada, today we have over 11 million people, 1 in 3 Canadians live with diabetes or prediabetes. Every 3 minutes, someone new is diagnosed with the progressive and chronic disease. Type 1 diabetes is mostly affected our kids. Globally, millions of children and adolescents are living with type 1 diabetes. It is important to know early sign and symptom for early diagnosis and essential tips for management. Diabetes not only impact our physical health, but also it affects our mental well-being. People living with diabetes also experience with denial, anxiety, anger, feeling discriminated, depressed. Those conditions should be addressed immediately to make people's life better. Diabetes is not only cause our mental health, is also leading cause of blindness. How diabetes affect eyes. It is important to examine the eye each year to see how people can keep track your health. And we also would like to talk about major complication, sign and symptom to pay attention, early detection and treatment and control. And it's important to know the heart attack, stroke, everything is directly related with the diabetes. Also, another common trend we can see women's health issue is the gestational diabetes. We aware people the risk factor of pregnancy and how to take care of this. Since diabetes 2 type is preventable disease, most of the complications are also could be avoided or delayed. We should focus on lifestyle modification. How to do it? Regular physical exercise helps lower the blood sugar. Simple things like gardening, cleaning, walking, also great physical activities. We should devote 30 minutes per day for in this purpose to control our diabetes. We encourage also people to take a healthy diet and how healthy plate look like. The discipline is very important. So to control blood sugar, which could prolong and improve our quality of life. That's why we encourage people to learn about ABC to take care of their health, diabetic health, and so that they can control diabetes. Tons of research is going on with lots of promising innovation, such as artificial pancreas stem cell therapy. We hope to see it many more coming soon. But meanwhile, please do your part to prevent and control diabetes. Thank you.
Friends, going beyond the regular eye care and eye surgery, which many Lions clubs across the world are engaged with, is the Bionic Eye project of the Lions of Australia. Let us hear more about this rather innovative project.
I am John Beale, the chairman of the Victorian Lions Foundation, and I'd like to talk about the Victorian Lions Foundation and eye research. The Centre of Eye Research Australia is a research arm of Eye and Ear Hospital and encompasses Lions Eye Bank, or Lions Eye Donation Service. And at this time, there should be about 4.9 million blind people worldwide who could potentially be helped by corneal transplantation, but tissue supply is limited. There are about 2,000 transplants per annum in Australia, and most tissue comes via the Lions Eye Banks. Current research revolves around cultivating corneal cells from the skin cells and growing them on dissolving matrix. The National Vision Research Institute is involved in designing visual prosthetics for bionic eyes. Together with the University of Melbourne's physics department, they are exploring the use of diamonds in prosthetics. Diamond is a carbon, as are our bodies, and so there's no interaction between the two. To this end, NVRI has created a new company called Eye Bionics, which is based in Canberra, in Canada, as the Canadian government enthusiastically embraces new companies in Canada as a world leader in wireless technology. The Eye Bionic device is programmable by laser through the front of the eye using the very latest technology. Lions Funding supports one of the researchers involved in this research. Financial support for the NVRI by the government may be closing somewhat, and new avenues are being investigated as funding is vital for research. They do rely on and treasure Lions Club's support overall. One of the most important researches as far as bionic eye is concerned is the filaments used to connect to the brain. While currently there are 12 to 48 filaments being used, which only give the user light and dark and some shapes. Research is progressing on 240 filaments or more being attached to the brain, which should enable much improved vision for the user. It is anticipated that the facial recognition and colours will be transmitted by the highly developed electronic device into the brain via carbon fibres. The electronic hardware has been developed and research into the brain is well advanced. Research is concentrating on how the brain transforms images into perception. Helped by new high-tech carbon electrodes, which are already being superseded by electrodes, the bionic eye research has taken a new turn, focusing on indirect light stimulation involving a science called optogenetics. 30% of the brain is used to process sight, and modern electrodes are made of carbon monofibers, 30 microns wide. They are inserted into the brain via a dissolvable hydrogel coating, like candy. A non-pathogenic virus is used to induce an activation medium, which is affected by light, into the cells. While the bionic eye research continues, current patients who have received the bionic eye are reporting visual shapes and shades as the brain learns to accept the program inserted into the brain.
We had spoken about the Lions partnership with Special Olympics in one of our previous episodes. Today, the Lions of Belgium will share how they have expanded this partnership to include more than just vision screening. Over to the Lions of Belgium.
Hello, Lions and Leos. According to the current sports medicine reports, and I quote, Special Olympics Health Athletes Program, or SOHAP, is one of the most robust programs that Special Olympics has developed in recent years. It is the largest public health screening program of people with intellectual disabilities in the world. The program has performed, mid-2015 already, more than 1.4 million screenings in more than 128 countries around the world. In Belgium, the program was offered for the first time during the National Games in Brussels in 2003. Since then, the program has evolved to cover 8 core health disciplines and is fully applied in Belgium as of 2010, which is truly unique in the world. The 8 health screening disciplines are Fun Fitness, which has to do with the general screening of the overall physical condition, body strength, flexibility, and balance of the athlete. Special Smile covers the screening of mouth and teeth, as well as the overall evaluation of the teeth brushing habits. Healthy Body concerns the osteopathic examination of the body structure and the body tissue. Healthy Hearing relates to the screening of the hearing and condition of the ears. Health Promotion concerns education on healthy food and physical exercise. Opening Eyes is the screening of eyes as well as of the visual system. Fit Feet has to do with the examination of feet and shoes. And finally, Diabetes Prevention determines the exposure risk to diabetes type 2. Over the years, Belgium has become gold partner in the program and received the prestigious Gorisano Global Health Leadership Award in 2016 and 2017. Screenings, by the way, are completely voluntary and are always free to the athlete. The methodology used for each discipline is standardized and is overseen by a local volunteer clinical director who has to be credentialed by Special Olympics through a training process. A screening takes 35 to 45 minutes per athlete per discipline and is thus carried out very thoroughly, resulting in practical health recommendations. The attached video illustrates the 8 health disciplines as well as some of the instruments that are being used. Several of the instruments have been sponsored by the Belgian Lions, such as an audio meter, tympanometers, dynamometers, blood pressure monitors, foot scan pressure plates, and so on and so forth. Needless to say, that the screenings are badly needed, as 94% of the target population requires treatment in at least one of the disciplines. And this is absolutely needed, as statistics show that male individuals with intellectual disabilities die 10 years sooner than average healthy people. For female, this is even worse, as statistics mention 15%. The societal impact is thus significant. The Lions of MD 112 Belgium are proud to have been a gold partner in the SOHAP program for several years now. Volunteers, clinical directors, and the provision of instruments are but a few key contributions to this impactful program. Please watch the video and be assured of the pragmatic application of the screenings by qualified Lions using appropriate instruments and monitors. Thanks for watching this contribution of the Lions and Leos of Multiple District 112, Belgium.
Lions in India run a large number of blood banks. Among the top is definitely the blood bank run by the Lions in the capital city of the country in New Delhi. We welcome our international director, JP Singh, as he shares the details about this project.
But Lions Blood Bank Delhi is one of the state-of-art blood bank, and we claim to give safest possible blood from the Lions Blood Bank in Shalimar Bagh, Delhi. Why we say so? Because we are giving the net tested blood, and that is from voluntary blood donation. So with a combination of voluntary blood and net tested blood, we claim to give the safest possible bloods. Not many blood banks in the country are giving the net tested blood to the needy patients. Even the private blood banks or big hospitals do not have the net testing facility. We also separate the blood into 3 components, and it is being given to the needy patients according to their needs. And friends, we are all doing all mandatory tests and infectious marker tests. We are doing with the latest technology available in the world. And we also do the apheresis, the plasma apheresis for the patients. Recently, we have started the COVID plasma apheresis also, and we are giving the COVID plasma also to the needy patients, friends. We are also doing the antibody testing and have been instrumental in solving many problematic cross-matching cases in the country. And people are using the Lions Blood Bank as the referral lab these days. So we are proud to have a Lions Blood Bank, which has opened another branch in East Delhi. And then the next week, from 18th of April, we are opening another one in Haryana border. So Lions Blood Bank Delhi is one of the proud projects of Indian Lions.
And welcome to Lions Blood Bank and Lions Dialysis Center, co-located at Shalimar Bagh, Delhi, India. Lions Blood Bank is regional blood transfusion center for Northwest Delhi. This is a standalone licensed blood bank since 2006. Lions Blood Bank receives voluntary blood donations from healthy donors and provides safest possible blood components to needy patients. All requests for blood components or for voluntary donations are received and addressed at the reception. The blood donation from a healthy voluntary donor is taken in the donor complex after proper counseling and screening by counselor and the doctor. The apheresis room is used for plasma donation and single donor platelet donation on a cell separator. Every donor here is a superhero. Each donation helps to save 2 or 3 lives. The donated unit is processed in the component lab to separate required blood products, that is red cells, platelets and plasma. Lions Blood Bank has world-class machines for donor serology. This helps to provide ABO and Rh phenocompatible blood components to the patients. Lions Blood Bank is testing all donated units for infectious disease markers in TTI lab or transfusion transmitted infection testing lab. The testing is done by enhanced chemiluminescence technique on latest automated machines. And to cover the window period with the aim to provide safest possible blood to the patients, nucleic acid technology or NET testing is done for all seronegative donations. NET testing significantly reduces the risk of spreading AIDS or hepatitis through transfusions. This safest possible blood component unit is issued on request for a patient after compatibility testing in cross-match or immunohematology lab. This lab is equipped with the best of technology and latest equipments. We serve 24/7 with our motto, ज़रूरत के वक्त सभी को मिले सुरक्षित रक्त, safest possible blood for all in need.
Thank you. We will now hear a story about how the Lions of Tunisia changed one life. Of course, just one of many that they have touched.
ممكن كانت الضربة كانت تكون لي أكثر، وكان ما كانتش رضاية الوالدين ومحبة الناس، ممكن كنت نموت على البلاصة، كانت تصير لي ضربة أقوى من هكا. كان هكا هو اللي حب ربي. أمنيتي نحب نخرج ونشوف العباد، ونحب ما حاسي حتى بشيء آخر. جيت معناتها نشوف العباد ونخرج ونمشي ونجي هكا، حاسي حتى بشيء آخر.
العادي والمعتاد اللي الواحد يحلم كيما نديدو بخدمة باهية وشهرية قارة وعائلة وصغار، عما تشال قدار وتنجم تتقلب بحياة العبد في ساعة قدار، وفي ليلة ونهار تتقلب الأحلام ويولي العبد يحلم كان باش يشد بيدو وباش يمشي خطوة ولا خطوتين. هوني نقف ونشوف حكايتك يا طاهر، حكايتك اللي ما تنجم تكون كان عبرة للعباد الآخرين. جيناك عنا أكثر من عام، جيناك نستنيو في شخص مدبر بحيث يختار زوز يدين وساقو، عما قينا قدامنا عبد مبتسم كله تفاؤل.
نتشرف معرفتكم اللي عرفت ناس باهيين طيبين مثلكم، ودخلتوا عليا في النهار هذاك تو ما ننساهش طول حياتي. الحمد لله ربي اللي بعث لي اخوات اللي ما وديتهم ليش امي، وديما تكلموا فيا وديما تسألوا عليا وديما حسسيني بالتفاؤل بالمعيشة كأيها الناس الكل. حسيتكم صادقين معاي، معناتها نستنى وقتاش نشوفكم هكا، وقتاش نراكم، وقتاش نفرح معاكم وكل شيء. بالحق معناتها احساس اخر.
حكايتنا مع الطاهر ما فاتش هوني، وخممنا كيما عاوناه باش يسترجع الموبيليتي نتاعو، خممنا زاده في مستقبله هو وعائلته، وحكينا معاه ومع العباد اللي تحب تعاونه في شنو مورد الرزق اللي يجم يعمل فيه على روحه. هذاك علاش جيناه اليوم باش نحتفلوا بالمشروع اللي لانسيناه واللي يتمثل في كافيتيريا. يا طاهر، شنو هي الحاجه اللي تبدلت في حياتك ملي ركبنا لك لي بخوتيز؟
والله تغيروا برشا حوايج وتبدلوا برشا حوايج. وليت كنت نشرب مثل قهوه بالباي، وليت نشربها بيدي، نشرب كاس ماء وحدي، نعمل برشا حاجات هكا وحدي. زيد في نظريه العباد، معناتها ما شاء الله برشا عباد ما يجيبوش فيا كوني مركب يدين ولا ناقص حاجه، معناتها يقولوا تبارك الله عليك، معناتها ماكش ناقص حتى شيء. وربي يبارك في الناس اللي وقفت معاي، وربي يبارك فيكم.
شنو احساسك يا طاهر وانت تخدم في المورد الرزق نتاعك؟
والله فرحه ما تنجمش توصفها. الحمد لله اصبحت صاحب مشروع، الحمد لله وليت واقف، معناتها مانيش حاسس معاه، مانيش ناقص حتى حاجه. كيفي كيف الناس الكل، نتعامل مع عباد كل يوم، نشوف عباد جديده. ان شاء الله نكون معناتها عنصر فعال كيما عانتني الناس، نوصل نعاون الناس.
يا طاهر، شنو المساج اللي تحب توصله للعباد؟
والله نحب نوصل ميساج لليونس كليب اللي وقفت معاي بالباهي بالباهي بالباهي، ونحب نقول لهم ربي يبارك فيكم ويرحم والديكم وربي يثبت اجركم ويعطيكم صحه بدنكم وذوي صوركم. هذه اول حاجه. ونوصل ميساج للناس الاخرى اللي عاونتني ووقفت معايا الكل، والناس اللي وقفت معايا من بعيد وقريب، الناس الكل. ونحب نوصل ميساج اخر، اللي كون في الدنيا ثم الخير ثم اهل الخير، وما يأيس حد من الدنيا هذه، وكل انسان راهو ثم اهل الخير وثم الناس الطيبه اللي تقف معك وترجع لك حياتك.
In this episode, my dear friends, we brought to you projects from all 8 constitutional areas of the world. We have another take on the diabetes challenge before we conclude, and this time from the Lions of Italy. Let's watch.
Diabetes mellitus is a chronic disease which manifests itself with an increase in blood sugar that is with high blood glucose levels. Actually, this pathology has the size of a global epidemic which affects men, women, and children of all ages and which can cause damage to the heart, blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, nervous system, and the entire body. For this, much more, diabetes is really considered a global health emergency. Following Lions Club international initiatives in Tuscany, both Lions and Leos have gathered together to fight this disease. We have developed a project financed by a grant of Lions Club International Foundation for the prevention of diabetes to limit its spread and improve the quality of life of diabetics, both adults and children. How? With 3 actions: screening by health camper, grow healthy diabetes camps. By the health camper, our equipped mobile clinical unit, we are able to reach all the locations of social gathering across Tuscany. City squares, schools, workplaces, popular parties, sporting events, the headquarters of our services, Lions in Piazza and Lions Day. We provide to each subject blood glucose screening and personal risk tests for diabetes and related eye disease. We want to help children who have experienced life-saving cancer therapies, but with severe post-oncological disease that limit the duration and quality of their lives, to grow healthy. This include diabetes mellitus and other degenerative disease. Together with the Maya Pediatric Hospital in Florence, providing scholarships and purchasing diagnostic tools, we promote scientific research for effective management of post-oncological pathologies. We organize also diabetes health camps for children and their families, allowing them to stay in a suitable location for improving disease awareness and developing skills for management and prevention in both type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus can be considered a cultural pathology, the consequence of the wrong diet, obesity and overweight, sedentary lifestyle. Actually, a loss of the vital balance between culture and nature, between the organization of daily life and the human body. During screening events, we apply the internationally validated Find Risk Finnish Diabetics Risk Score questionnaire with the aim of assessing the risk of being affected by type 2 diabetes mellitus. The risk is evaluated by the analysis of a series of parameters, including age, daily consumption of fruits and vegetables, high blood sugar episodes, degree of obesity, body mass index, waist circumference, physical activity, high blood pressure, and diabetic family history. By comparison of these parameters with reference values, a score is computed from low to very high, representing the risk for developing diabetic disease over time. We, Lions of the Tuscany district, have created a software application implementing online the Find Risk questionnaire, accessible on the web to all Italian Lions members and to all citizens for checking their personal risk for type 2 diabetes mellitus. The knowledge promotes the health. Ignorance, meaning not to know, can generate disease. Raising the horizon with identity and pride, moving from me to us, getting to know the community in which we live.
Thank you, Lions, for all that you do. We are extremely grateful to International President Dr. Jungyul Choi, Past President Dr. Naresh Agarwal, International Director JP Singh for their time, and the so many Lions for their inputs and help in getting information on projects from their parts of the world. Today, we are extremely thrilled that Kokilaben could join us for this webinar. Thanks to Rishi and Rupesh for helping with live streaming. And of course, to our young Lions, Leos, Akshit and Ayush Bagla, who are always there to support us. Thank you, Akshit, for all your support. And also, we would like to thank Rishi and Rupesh for live streaming this event and for really following up and working to make this series a successful one. In the last 6 episodes, we have covered some 100+ projects. Very few, I know. Lions in almost every district do at least this many projects, but we could cover just so many. In the 7th episode, on 19th May, we would be covering a kaleidoscope of Lions projects. So if you would like to share your project, do contact us immediately. Thank you, everybody. And also, as we sign off, we would like to say thank you to Jennifer Mack from LCI for their support. Till we meet again, 19th May, see you, stay safe, and stay healthy.